Welcome to the operational level case study examination pre-scene analysis for November 2019. Now students, before I start with the analysis, I just wanted to give you some idea. This time the November 2019 will be the last case study exam, for the 2015 syllabus. So students, the February 2020 syllabus will be a new syllabus case study. So students, in the new syllabus case study, they will be adding a new skill called technological skill. So at the moment, for the case studies in the old syllabus, the current syllabus, we usually have 4 skills. So students, the first skill is known as technical skill. The second skill is known as business skill. The third skill is known as people skill. And the final skill is known as leadership skill. So students, for the OCS exam, technical skill is 64%, business skill is 24%, people skill is 16%, and leadership skill is 6%. But the leadership skill, they are not testing in detail, but the most important thing the examiner is concerned about the OCS is the technical skill. So I'll just circle this technical skill. This is more concerned about. For example, students, when you're writing an answer, mostly you need to use your theoretical knowledge, what you have studied in your OTQ in detail. For example, if you are getting a question from IAS 16 property, plant and equipment, you cannot write it in your own words. You need to always use the definitions and the key terms that is mentioned. Example, you cannot just say asset is a item like property. That's wrong. You need to always mention asset is a resource. Asset is a resource which generate economic benefit. So these terms are very, very important for the examiner to give you marks. So students, please keep that in mind. These are the major things you need to keep in mind. And now students, before I start the case study analysis, I am kindly reminding you to have a piece of paper and a pen so that you can write down the information while you are reading or going through the video, so that it will save a lot of time. So students, let's see here the operational case study analysis November 2019. So I'll just circle the name of the company, students. The name of the company is Chocolate Box. So I think it is very clear this is confectionery industry. Confectionery means like sweet items, okay? Confectionery industry. So students, whenever you just see this confectionery industry, you know there will be probably a health issue concern. That is the sugar content, for sure. This is a practical thing that is taking place. So students, just think outside the box of the industry. And then students, again I am reminding you the technical skill is 64%. So you need to be very strong with the theoretical knowledge, but also you cannot ignore the industry. And students, don't spend a lot of time in industry analysis. the main reason is the industry analysis in operation case study is very less. Okay students, now if you look at here the job and the role outline. So students, I can say here E1 because job HR, and also I can say here it is people skill, and also I can say little bit of business skill also, because when you're doing a business or when you're doing a job, you need to know the industry also very well. Company information, that is business skill. Again I can say that is E1 knowledge, the enterprise knowledge. Then the chocolate confectionery industry, again the business skill. Again students, it is the E1 knowledge. And extracts from consolidated financial statement. So I'll underline this term, consolidated financial statement. So you need to remember there is a standard called IFRS 10 consolidated. So in exam they will not ask you to prepare a consolidated financial statement. There will be already a prepared one, but you need to identify what are the mistakes they have been done. So you need to keep that in mind. Then the budget information, I can clearly say that is P1 subject, and again it's a little bit of technical skill and a little bit of business skill. The tax regime is F1, I think you know, and it is mostly the technical skill. So students, there can be scenarios like tax evasion, tax avoidance, which you can keep in mind. The magazine article, luxury chocolate, the sweet secret of success, and the other one is dark chocolate, really healthy. So students, I'm telling you, these magazine articles are known as current issues. Current issues in the industry where chocolate, our company, is operating. Okay, so from this, the examiner may usually, I'm not guaranteeing that, in the past he usually develops unseen from the current issue. It continues usually from the current issue. And one more thing, students, if you look at this chocolate, it's chocolate. And in the exam, students, you may have a writing issue, because if you see chocolate, if you see this is chocolate, okay, this is chocolates, okay, but here it is chocolate. So please be careful when you are mentioning the name of the company and when you are mentioning the name of the product. It is very close by. Sometimes the examiner may understand, but still he may deduct marks because you have ignored this KO, chocolate. So please be careful when you are writing these answers. Okay. So students, I think we have done the analysis in detail now. So what we will do now is we will just go through this analysis in detail. So what I am going to do now is I'll just go through the job role and information. So it gives you a clear picture on what you need to structure in the answer. So students, please turn to page number 1, job role and the situation here. So students, if you look at here, they are telling you are the finance officer of chocolate box. You are the finance officer of chocolate box. So please keep that in mind. You are the finance officer. So students, finance officer means you are working in the operational level. So please keep that in mind. You are working in the operational level. And then students, your main role is to support Paul Mayer. So I'll circle this name because in the answer you need to mention the names of the people. So that is known as the people skill. That is known as the people skill. That is, the characters should be mentioned in the answer. The finance manager, your task includes preparation of annual budget, producing the monthly management accounts, and providing information to management as required. You also assist preparation of financial statements, any queries regarding to financial reporting and taxation. So students, this clearly is the same thing which usually repeats in all the case study pre-seen. So in simple language, you are working as a management accountant. You are working as a management accountant. So they may ask you questions on the unseen relating to P1, E1 and F1. So just keep that in mind, students. This is the thing you need to be supporting, and you need to support in the perspective of the company. The name of the company is very clear. It is chocolate. It is chocolate. Okay, students. So students, what we will do now is we will come to the next page. So when we are moving to the next page, you find the company information. Company background. Chocolate Box is a leading premium chocolatier. So I will just circle the term premium. So I can say here it's a niche market. It's a niche market. So please be careful. It's a premium branded product. So you need to also analyze something called value chain. I think the value chain will give you the reason behind their premium, the quality of their products. In other words, the process. Chocolatier manufacturing an innovative and accessible priced luxury chocolate. So students, innovative is also here. So there can be situation of new product development. New product development also can come. New product development. Example of a new product development is a sugar-free chocolate. Sugar-free chocolate can come. There can be chances of producing sugar-free chocolate. So please keep that in mind, students. The company is based in Iceland. Okay, so the country is very important, students, because the legal regulations all are affected by that. In continental Europe and has e-dollar as the home currency. So when you see that e-dollar sign, you need to always ask yourself, it is IAS 21 foreign currency translation. The company shares are listed in the Iceland Stock Exchange. So this is something different thing. So this time our company is a public limited company, students. The stock exchange is there. So I can also say there can be situation on corporate governance. So corporate governance can be an issue here. The company was founded in 1990s by Sebastian Becker. Please keep the name, the managing director, and Adam Sterex, the non-executive chairman. So again, see, the founder has become the non-executive chairman. but Sebastian is still the managing director. So there can be a corporate governance issue on nomination. It originally sold the chocolates online, so it was a digital based company, students, because it started online selling. However, in 2004 it opened its first physical store, and since it has grown rapidly, it now operates 104 stores throughout Estland. So that shows that the distribution network is very high here. So it has gone very fast. The company is extremely vertically integrated, so students, they acquire the supply chain, also owning its cocoa plantation in Teeland, West Africa. Okay, so just be careful with that. The company has gained reputation in the market as the company produces high quality products. Reputation due to high quality products. So students, you cannot compromise on quality. Like cost cutting strategies may be coming, but you need to always relate it to the case and state that it will affect the reputation if the people did not like it. This reputation, together with the move with the chocolate confectionery market towards premium product, has resulted in a rapid growth over the recent years. In the financial year to 31st December 2018, the company reported an annual turnover of 139.6 million dollars, which is a 10.5% increase from the previous year, and the profit before tax also an increase of 13.4%. So students, I can just mention here one small point, that is there is something called over trading in working capital management, which you need to keep in mind, because the profits have increased, the revenue has increased, but there is a question mark, what about the cash flows, whether the cash flow increased or not increased. So students, we must check the financial statements later, but there can be situation of over trading here also. The company currently employs 1,248 staff. So this shows their HR, human resource management, out of which 242 operates in production, 720 retail, and the remainder involved in sales, marketing, finance, human resource, IT, logistics, procurement, research and development, and cocoa plantation. So students, I can say here it's a divisionalized labor, so you need to be very much careful. And students, if there is some new changes, there can be something called resistance to change. So please keep that in mind also, students. The directors, they are clearly stating the company directors have wide range of previous experience, mainly in food and retail industry. So this clearly states that the top management is very good, so that is a strength here. They are relatively young, highly enthusiastic, and keen to ensure profit business development. The company directors are Adam Thorax, non-executive chairman, Sebastian Becker. So I can just come out this and I can say these two people are founder, but still they are existing in the board. Maria Weber, the finance director. So I will put a star for this because your senior boss. Jefferine Jerome, the sales and marketing director. Jeremy Johansson, which is the operation director. Sophia Bissett, the independent non-executive director. I'll just put a star. And Matthew Berg, an independent non-executive director. So we need to identify what are their background also to become a non-executive directors. The corporate governance, I told you students, this time the corporate governance is most concerned because after a long time they are testing a question where the company is a listed company. In compliance with the best practice, the board established number of committees to help it discharge its responsibility. This includes audit committee, remuneration committee, nomination committee. But students, one issue is there, do they have a risk committee here? The risk committee is not matching here, so you need to be careful whether the risk committee is there. And also students, there is something called UK, that is the the principle based, and the US, which is the rule based corporate governance. So students, we need to understand what corporate governance they are following, but at the moment you can assume since they are in the European region, it can be considered as a principle based one. Reviewing the company accounting policies, report produced by internal and external auditors. Okay, and then reviewing adequacy and effectiveness of company's internal control system, risk management system. So these are the only two at the moment. The internal audit department, whilst managed by the finance director, reports directly to the audit committee, who determine the internal audit department's work agenda and review their results. That is the process there. And students, again I am telling you, this is the organizational structure. And I'm telling you students, you need to keep each and every person in mind because it's very, very important. And this is a value chain also. And you are falling here at the finance officer. So please keep in mind your senior boss is the Paul Mayer. So just have an idea of that student. Okay, now students, I'll just extend this so that it will become more clearer. So this is the extract from the chocolate box group. And now students, when we come here, the products, okay, what they are clearly stating is the company products range into three main segments. One is self-purchase, a gift, and the third one is exclusive range. So students, I can say IFRS 8. Students, IFRS 8, I think there is a standard called IFRS 8, which is known as operating segment. Operating segment. So students, just remember these standards before you go to the examination. And then there is another standard also that is called as IFRS 5, asset held for sale and discontinued operation. So students, just keep that in mind also. There can be discontinuation also of operation. Examiner can anything, whatever he prefers. The self-purchase includes small packaged chocolates and chocolate box. Self-purchase products are generally contain smaller quantities of chocolates, include less expensive products that are lower price point than the products included in the gift ranges. A gift includes a box chocolate, seasonal gift, collection sets and hampers. Exclusive range includes specialized chocolates aimed at chocolates connoisseurs. So students, again, see these are the main range of thing, and I can say this is a product mix. What is this students? It's a product mix. So students, in the long run there can be having like called product bundling strategies also. Okay, so just keep that in mind. The products are produced in dark milk and white chocolate or combination of all these. So it's again the mix they are killing. Variety of fillings are used in the chocolate including caramel, cherry, mint, praline, and flavoring such as orange. Caramel may be added to chocolate itself. So students, if there is a variance analysis on material mix variance, students, please explain using these material, whatever that is mentioned in the case study. Don't mention material X, material Y, what you studied in the OTQ subject. That is for the MCQ examination, and this is a case study examination where you need to explain it in detail. Depending on the kind of chocolate, different ingredients are used in products. So cocoa liquor, and cocoa butter. And here cocoa butter, and here also cocoa butter. Sugar, and sugar, and here milk powder. So students, I generally feel liquor and this milk powder. This milk powder is only one thing that is uncommon, and that is something called a unique resource here. So please keep that in mind. And sugar and cocoa butter is commonly used. So the subject topic that is coming into my mind is a limiting factor analysis. And also students, there is another standard called linear programming, limiting factor analysis, and another topic called linear programming. So students, just keep that in mind. The company's products are considered to be high quality premium chocolate aimed at luxury end of the market. The term premium is normally used to distinguish chocolate with high cocoa content. High cocoa chocolate replaces sugar with cocoa. The cocoa content is products as follows: dark chocolate 70% cocoa, 40% and 30%. So students, here they are clearly stating a requirement what is there. So I can say here limiting factor analysis. And students, I think you are aware about a calculation called contribution per limiting factor, So please keep that in mind students. That may be a very important thing for you. And then the company strategy that is mentioned here. The company strategy is driven by the founder Adam Thorax, non-executive chairman Sebastian Becker, managing director. And then the chocolate box success is built on the brand image of expertise, luxury gift, innovative products, and ethical trading. So I will just put a star for this ethical trading student. This company is a listed company. So ethics is very, very important because we are unaware about who are the major investors, whether do they have institutional investors. We are confused at the moment because of lack of information. Brand image is seen as the key in the future development of the company. That is true. The company aims to continue to develop the product range, whilst meeting environmental standards. Whilst meeting what standard? Environmental standard. Improving profit margins, providing best quality products and services with the aim in the mind of company has invested heavily in new manufacturing equipments to improve operational efficiency. So I can say invested in new manufacturing equipment. So students, I can just mention here asset replacement cycle. So there can be chances of asset replacement cycle also being tested so that you will be able to understand. And also IAS 16 can come here, revenue expenses, capital expenditure, continued investment in research and development. So students, I can clearly mention here IAS 38, which is intangible asset, and IAS 36, which is impairment loss. So these are the important things you can keep in mind. The company strategy also includes future growth in number of stores and development of profitable online opportunities, partnership to deliver brand to the new customers. So students, please keep those things in mind. Now students, the company operations, so I can jealously mention here operation management. There is a topic that is from the E1 area. So students, just try to relate those topic. I think that has JIT system, total quality management, most of the inventory holding time, ERP, everything is there in that. So the company operation consists of the following: research and development, production, procurement, logistics, cocoa plantation, sales and marketing, and finance, IT. So students, what I can say is I can connect this with something called value chain. What is that, students? I can connect this something called what, students? Value chain. Research and development. Research and development are the responsibility of Sebastian Becker, the managing director. Sebastian, along with Adam Thorex, the non-executive chairman, formed the company in 1990s. Sebastian still holds a significant shareholding in the company and takes a hand-on approach on managing the company. He believes that the successful of developing new products and flavor is the fundamental for companies' success. So they are always developing new ideas and new flavors. So there can be chances that can happen. And also students, please don't forget a risk area. There can be a situation where they can give you a situation of, I think, payoff table. So students, please keep that in mind. Students, payoff table, there is high chances. So just recall all those things. Research and development are a major focus for the company as it strives to develop new product formulation and taste. Tasting sessions of potential new company products are held each week. A potential new chocolate will not continue to production unless there is a unanimous positive vote from the tasting group. So students, that shows that they are always concerned about their products and they are ethically dealing with this also. So students, there can be situation where there can be a lack of negligence or negligence can be there. As a result of negligence, there can be chances that they would have developed a wrong flavor and it may contaminate with the consumers who are consuming it, like food poisoning. After that, skin effects can take place, like pimples are coming eating chocolates. Production, procurement, and logistics. So here comes production and procurement and logistics. They are clearly stating is responsible of Jeremy Johansson, operation director. He is responsible for cocoa plantation operation. So it's very important to understand. Jeremy is a chemist by profession. He joined the company in 2005 as a production manager and became operation director in 2010. So students, he is like a part of the organization because he has been working for a long period of time. Production. In 2008, the company made a major strategic decision to switch from outsourced production to invest in their own product facility in Iceland. So this clearly states, students, there can be relevant costing tested in the examination. A relevant costing test, and that is make or buy decision. Okay, so please keep that in mind. Over 95% of the product range is now manufactured in-house. In-house production has increased control over the quality and allowed faster innovation while protecting intellectual property rights. So I will just circle intellectual property rights and improving gross profit margin. So students, what I can say here, example I can say here, that there is a situation like TQM, total quality management, JIT, we don't know their operational technique what they are using, or they are using traditional one. The company manufactures all its product at 80,000 square meters. Now students, that clearly states that OAR calculation is based on floor area, the state of art manufacturing facility in Iceland. So students, here is the extract on the company's website. So again, I'm telling students that don't waste a lot of time in researching what is roasting, what is cracking and winnowing. I told you this paper technical is how many percent? It's 64%, and your main objective is to get a strong in this area, to clear this exam very smoothly. Cracking and winnowing, grinding and processing, mixing, refining and couching, tempering, molding and filling. Now, if you look at here, they are again giving the roasting conditions, the cracking and winnowing, grinding process mix. So you can go in that in detail. And again, the process is explained. Now, students, let's come here to the next one, procurement. The proportion of companies' cocoa beans are obtained from its own plantation in Teelan. That's another country. Because our country is Iceland, there is another country called Teelan. So there can be situation like a taxation. Now, students, can you remember in taxation there is something called double taxation? So please keep that in mind, students. Double taxation. Example of a double taxation I can say is there are something called withholding tax, and there is something called withholding tax and underlying tax. Students, so please keep that in mind. You have a factory in the other country. And also students, there is a small theory area in F1 on transfer pricing. So students, please refer that also for their explanation. These beans are high quality, and the cocoa beans obtained from cocoa farmers and are used to make exclusive product range, giving distinctive taste. The remaining beans are from cocoa farmers in Africa and Caribbean. So students, there can be ethical impact there, whether the exploitation takes place or are you doing it on a proper manner. The plantation operation has provided the company's management with deep understanding of cocoa growing process. The knowledge has been invaluable in developing close relationship with cocoa growers worldwide. So students, I think they have understood the organic manner of producing this cocoa. So please keep that in mind. The remaining ingredients are sourced from range of suppliers, and the company had also developed strong working relationship with these suppliers. Logistics. The company's logistics system records the movement of all goods from receipt of raw material in chocolate box warehouse to the distribution of packaged products to company stores or home address and online stores. The raw materials and finished products are held in temperature controlled warehouse which is situated adjacent to the Esland factory. Chocolate box products are distributed to stores and end customers by road using their own fleet of vehicles. So I'll just put a star here. They do have own fleet of vehicles, students. So please keep that in mind. There can be options like outsourcing your vehicle of their spare capacity to another type of thing, because it has repeated also in the old past papers. The cocoa plantation, students. The cocoa plantation is operated on a day-to-day basis by the local management team, which consists of a general manager and a manager for each separate activities of growing, each separate activity. So that shows that there is a good functional operation here. Harvesting, drying, packaging and shipping. The cocoa plantation managers do not have budgetary responsibility. So there can be situation the budgetary responsibility can be given to these people in the long run. Budgetary responsibility can be given to these people in the long run. IT, finance and HR support for cocoa plantation is provided by staffs in Iceland. The responsibility for budgeting, performance management and internal control lies with Iceland management and ultimately Jerome Johansson, the operation director. Sebastian Becker and Adam Thorex frequently visit the plantation. So at the moment, two people are visiting the plantation, but there is an issue here of succession plan. There is something called succession plan, students. These people are dominating this company, but suppose something happened to these people, I'm telling a sudden death, who is going to manage? There's a question mark. And students, you need to keep in mind, this is not like another company. This is a public limited company, so you need to be very much careful. And students, the sales and marketing is Joffenin Jerome. She joined in 2015, previously worked for major competitor as senior marketing manager. Now here the chocolate box products are sold in two ways. One is retail through physical stores situated in major city throughout Iceland, and the other one is online sales through company's own website. So students, this shows you the revenue generation, and currently it's stores dominating and online. So students, there can be situation this can increase in the long run. And then they are telling retail stores varies considerably in range from 10 square meters to 500 square meters. 10 to 500 square meters. The choice of store location has been driven by extensive analysis of online customer base. Typically, when a store opens, there is a downturn in online orders from that area in the first year. The store gradually enhances brand awareness in the year 2, 3 online. Sales build up again, eventually online business in the area reaches around 10 times level of the store open. So this is their strategy what they are using. Chocolate Box does not sell its products through supermarkets, so there can be opportunities in the future where they can increase their distribution network also, and has enabled to maintain excellent gross profit margin. It, however, constantly looking for new potential sales channel and its products including sales to other market segments, for example, corporate market. The Chocolate Box brand evokes escapism of innovative tech luxury chocolates. An in-house design team carefully plans and look and feel. For chocolate mold creation to packaging, marketing communication and store fit. Chocolate Box operates a business to consumers marketing strategy, advertising its products variety of media. Given digital development, social media marketing is an important part on marketing strategy. So let's come to the next one. The company scheme also keen also to demonstrate its credentials on social responsible company. The company's corporate governance and social responsibility policy includes commitment of protecting health of customer by lowering sugar content of its product while maintaining quality and taste. In response to the health lobby and attempt to change consumer behavior, the company is considering to use social marketing for some of the products. So social marketing is given students, so please remember the types of marketing like relationship marketing, social marketing. So please keep that in mind, students. Finance, IT, and HR. The finance, IT, HR is responsible by Maria Weber, the finance director. Maria is a CIMA member, students. So they are clearly mentioned CIMA member. So there can be ethical threats also. So students, please remember the ethical threats and the whistleblowing strategy, how you can come, and has extensive experience in large retail organization. Finance, they're telling the financial information system produces monthly management accounts and annual statutory account. This information system also generates daily and weekly sales revenue and gross profit margin information for online operations and each of the stores. Budgets are produced on an annual basis using incremental budget. So I'll just circle the students. There is high chances they may ask you to give alternative suggestions for the organizations like zero-based budget, everything. So please keep that in mind. The individual functional and store managers have budget responsibility. Budget responsibility for the cocoa plantation lies with operational director. The company uses factory-wide overhead absorption rate on labor hours. So I told you there can be chances of A, B, C also, because they can ask you other ways of absorbing disadvantages also. The company was born digital. I told you it founded as a digital company, online sales, and IT considered as an important aspect of operation. It uses industry-leading ERP system which has been tailored to chocolate box requirement. A major focus for IT is to improve customer loyalty acquisition conversion through digital upgrades, including smartphone optimized website. So human resources, so they are telling the company staffs are considered most valuable assets. So performance appraisal can come here, students. So please keep that in mind. HR performance appraisal can come and place to ensure the development of well-being of the staff. Career progression and training supported. The targets are set to ensure high proportion of vacancies as possibly filled via internal promotion. So ethics are also involved because internal promotion is the right person getting the job. There can be familiarity threat also that is involved. The company is all about chocolate qualification is available for all employees and provides a detailed understanding of all aspects of cocoa growing and chocolate making. So please keep that in mind of that also, students. So extracts from the company website. So this is a very important thing, students. This is a very important thing, and I am telling you, this page number 13, you need to somehow memorize this, or if you can't memorize this, create some notes or some sketches, at least that can keep it in your mind for some time. We engage directly with farmers, so directly with farmers, and pay premium for cocoa grown sustainable standard of stewardship. 100% of our cocoa is purchased from chocolate box in a sustainable sources. So again, students, sustainable sources. We help the local farmers improve yield by providing knowledge, tools, and materials. That's a CSR responsibility. We work alongside national government to support higher productivity in West Africa. We support local community. Chocolate Box have funded construction of health centers close to our plantation in West Africa, which provides emergency medicine, midwifery services, and preventive health care for local communities. We strive continuously improve benefits of our investment to support sustainability of cocoa growing communities and independently assess the impact. So that shows that it is a good ethical thing. And now let's come to the customers. We are committed to protecting the health of a customer by lowering the sugar content of our product while maintaining quality and taste. So students, this is a question mark. How will you achieve it? Because when the sugar reduces, the taste also reduces. So that's a question mark. Over 90% of all the products have already met government targets sugar per gram. So students, I think again, please keep that in mind. There will be something called sugar tax in some countries. I don't know whether they have this in here also. So government regulation. We provide clear information to our customers on ingredients to ensure accurate portion size guidance is included in all products. We never sell products at discounted prices before the end of seasonal events, for example, Easter or Christmas. So the customer know they are paying a fair price for their product. So they are telling that they are not manipulating the customers here. Employees. We strongly believe that our team is a key ingredient in the business. We strive to improve communication with our employees to encourage everyone to share their view, feel empowered to make decision and good business. We are committed actively promoting diversity in our workforce by encouraging greatest possible breadth of experience, the best to meet diverse need of our customer. We provide fair remuneration to our employees. We are committed ensuring the health and well-being of our employees. Environment. We are committed that by 2021, 100% of our products will be recyclable, 100%. So it's an optimistic target also, students, very optimistic target. And you need to understand these are public information. So there can be negative impact if they are not following it. We have ensured that 100% of the electricity is obtained from renewable sources. We treat energy efficiency at high priority, and every capital investment decision we make, including store lighting, distribution, vehicle in the factory. The chocolate confectionery industry. Competitive environment, they're telling the sales of the confectionery as Esland is 6.4 billion in 2018. Sales growth in the chocolate confectionery industry has been slow over the recent year, and the industry expected to continue to grow slowly in the period of 2019 and 2023. Industry growth has adversely affected by health concerns, in particular the link between sugar consumption and weight gain is a correlation with food related diseases. As consumers increasingly pursue a healthy lifestyle for their children and themselves, it is exempted to prompt to look healthier and more nutritious. So this is a threat that is coming, the sugar. So health is a concern. The prospect of government regulation in the industry in response to health concern is a major challenge. The Iceland government has recently imposed sugar tax. Again, I'll circle this term, sugar tax, and soft drinks, and the discussion within the industry as to whether they extended to wider range of products, including chocolates. Many leading chocolate manufacturers has responded to this threat by cutting the sugar content of their products as much as 40%. Whilst overall market is slow growing, there is a particular area which has seen significant growth. Organic chocolate confectionery outperformed the overall chocolate confectionery category in the recent sales value growth as demand for ethical and healthy chocolate continued to rise. The dark chocolate has performed well over the last few years due to its ability to meet customer demand for healthier ingredient rate. However, the growth in the dark chocolate sales would expect to slow in the future. Instead, rejection of artificial ingredients. So again, students, artificial ingredients is mentioned. The demand all natural products by consumer, that is organic product, has resulted strong growth of raw material, raw chocolate confectionery. Premium chocolate is no more a preserved few as major retailers are dedicating more shelves to small premium players. So competition has increases here. So students, I can just mention the 5 forces analysis that you need to keep in mind. The generally accepted definition of premium is also changed as well-known brand takes premium to masses. The growing share of supermarket own label means the price is going to be key for the future growth. Price segmentation has been important strategy for supermarket enabling wider range customer base. Premium own label brand can be much as 33% and well-known brand. A negative publicity around the chocolate confectionery and desire to guilt-free indulgence mean reformulation and variety packaging innovation is very important for growth. So students, again here they are giving you the financial statement, and I want to tell you students, I have already done the financial analysis. Please click the link below which will have all the information on the ratio calculation. Now students, I told you this company is overtrading. Let's see, yes, it is overtrading. Just look at the cash balance. It has drastically fallen down. It has fallen down. So please keep in understand there is an overtrading situation here. And the borrowings have reduced. So please keep that in mind. And if you look at the cash flow statement also, the main reason there is a decrease in they have repaid their borrowing. They have paid a dividend, students. They have paid a dividend. So please keep that in mind also. And also students, if you look at here, they have purchased a lot of tangible items also. We don't know why they have purchased, and intangible assets also they have purchased. So we do not know what is the intangible assets they have purchased. Budget information is given. You can just go through that, students. And the detailed budget of self-purchase is given on a costing angle. You can go through that. And the detailed budget is given once again. Please go through this. Key statistics is given on the growth items and the number of stores increase also. Tax regime as usual, the same thing which is coming. And confectionery today, they are clearly stating, and our Josephine director has clearly mentioned how the world pursue luxury branded chocolates. It's the experience what the customer is getting and the innovation. So you can just go through here. And the health and food weekly, it's a very important trigger. This can be a very important thing. The dark chocolate is really healthy. Actually, it's really healthy, but the thing is the sugar content is an issue there. So I want you to just go through this also. So students, thank you very much for your concern on watching the video. And if you have any doubts, you can comment in the comment box. Thank you very much, students. Good luck for your exams. Take care. God bless you always.